All right. So we're talking about Instagram today. And this is part one. There's going to be a two-part series. The next part is actually tomorrow. And let's talk about Reels, right? I think that let's talk about vertical video. And I think the vertical video, let's think about this. There is multiple platforms right now that this is what they're looking to do. We have TikTok. TikTok's vertical video. Yes, they do have vertical posts now, but for the most part, the platform is built on vertical video. We have Facebook and Instagram, right? Meta. And that's what we're going to talk about truly today is your meta side of things. You have YouTube Shorts, right? And so what I think about Instagram when we're talking about these reels is you have two different audiences that we're looking at. All right. We have the one audience where, depending on what our messaging is, it's going to get out to more and more people, right? So if you're going something, and let's say that we're talking about the city of Arvada and we're talking about the new restaurant, that messaging is going to get out to people and we're going to be able to see it, and our face is going to be in front of more people, and that's a win. The second group of people that we're going to be able to get in front of is obviously our sphere of influence, the people that already know us, like us, and trust us. And I was having this conversation today with one of our agents of just about getting out onto Meta and really just building this brand awareness around yourself. Is that just like anything else, this is a job, right? Like when we're going through and we are building our brand on social media, there's going to be trials and tribulations that we're going to go through, right? I think a lot of this is, oh man, I'm not getting a lot of views, or no one's commenting, or no one's liking. And here's the thing, your people still see it, right? Like I promise the right people are still seeing this. And so as we're looking at this thing, let's have some fun with it. So I want to kick it off here. I want to talk about self-mastery. All right, let's talk about 6 personal perspectives real quick. We're just going to talk about self-mastery, which is the first step. And so when we're talking about self-mastery, the knowledge, the skills, and the habits that make you the master of you. All right, like this is where we're going to start this conversation. And so the reason why we're on this call right now is that you believe that there is power in social media to help you build brand awareness around yourself. Like that is the only reason why you are on this call right now. If you didn't believe that Meta, Reels, Shorts, vertical video was not a way to gain massive mind share, which leads to market share to help you build your brand, you would not be on this. So when we're talking about this, we're going to be looking at our goals, and we're going to talk about being our strengths, our weaknesses, and we're going to know how to work with both to grow, right? Like we're going to say, hey, my strength is that I am very confident in front of the camera. Maybe that's you, or maybe you're like, no, that's my weakness. Like I don't feel comfortable in front of a camera. And yet what we're going to look at today is we're going to figure out some ways that we can both be in front of the camera, and or what can we be recording that is at least going to be associated with us. What we do know is that high performers, they operate differently, right? Like we know this when we're going through and we're thinking about how to operate, we're going to put together a plan and we're going to execute the plan. And we know that mastery is going to draw people in, right? If we start to master this and we start to have some game plans around how we're going to create content, we're going to get clients, we're going to get followers, and our peer groups, right? They're going to expand. And that's the whole thing. We want to have a massive, massive ecosystem around us, because that's how we create more and more opportunities. And your influence is going to grow when your mastery, right, deepens. And I want you guys to be thinking about that, right? As we're going down this path today, and we're talking about social media, and we are becoming the real estate economists of choice on social media for, at the bare minimum, our followers. What is going to happen when one thing goes viral? So when we talk about this thing, we know that mastery takes about 10,000 hours of intentional practice. And I don't mean just scrolling Instagram mindlessly, right? We're all probably masters at scrolling social media, but now we're going to be more intentional about this. So we're going to be looking over at time on task over time, compounding interest on what we're doing. So we want to get better on camera. We got to show up and we just got to do it. And at the very end of this, I do have two tools. Actually, really one tool that I want to kind of show and talk about. And then one is more of an applet inside of a tool. So we want more engagement. We just got to keep posting, keep cleaning up, keep learning. So master one thing, then another, and we're going to start with ourselves. So let's do this. Guys, the very first one. Here's the easiest thing: a day in the life. Right? Real estate isn't just about glam, right? It's not about your listings and your closings, even though most agents, that's what they would think. Hey, look, so happy for my client. Put them in front of the title, just bought house, right? With the title company stuff, right? Like, that's not what this is about, right? Let's show them what our morning routines look like, the long drives, the hustle, right? When I go through this thing, what can we look at? Has anyone ever gone through and just played with the time lapse feature on your phone? What would it look like this? You know where you're going. You got some distance to wherever you're going. What would it look like to put your phone on your dashboard, right? We all have the phone holder. Put it on the dashboard, flip it around to where it's recording the street in front of you, put the time lapse on, and record the 30-minute video to your listing presentation. Right? Just like, hey, we're going to go through, we're going to tour some houses today. Follow me up to my new listing that's in whatever city this is, right? And just actually just do it, right? What would it look like? Hey, going to go check out this new build community. Take a drive with me, right? And just do the time-lapse video of you driving to the community. Maybe it's you driving through the construction zone, right? So your coffee run, right? Like, hey, realtor needs coffee, right? We're going to do this with the showings, the home tours, right? What does your office look like, right, guys? Like when we're going through, and I understand that we're not always in the brokerage, but even just you walking into the brokerage or come to the brokerage with me, you're doing your drive into the brokerage, you're walking into the front door, and then you're just stealing some shots of the class that you're in. Right? Like these are the things that we can do. These are the behind the scenes. These could be just screenshots, right? Like what would it look like where it's just like the photo with a caption overlaid onto the photo, right? That's simple to do. That's through Canva at this point, right? Like you're going in, you've created these different photos where there's just an overlay over them, and that can be completely created in Canva. It's relatable, it's honest, and it builds trust, right? As we're going through there. And look, it makes you a human. And I think that's the biggest thing. People want to do business with people that are like them. They don't want to do business with people that they can't relate to, right? And if you think about it, like you don't want to do business with people that you can't relate to. So as you're having fun and you're showing your coffee, you're showing your showings, you're doing these different things, like that's what people want. They want to feel connected in your journey with you. So don't just show the wins, right? Like we're not going to go through and we're like, oh, brand new closing, so excited for my clients. Title company obligatory photo here. Like let's show like what it looks like. Let's show the time where we're putting the signs in. Let's show the times where, you know, maybe we forgot the hammer to hammer the sign down and we found the rock, right? I can tell you guys this. Well, I should have recorded this. I remember having a listing that I put the sign in the yard and I forgot to bring a sledgehammer. And I actually found like a concrete, like, you know, the spouts that come off of the house, and they have those things that like catch the water to push the water across off of the spout. I actually found one of those it was a concrete one, and I use that as my hammer. And I'm outside at like 8 o'clock at night at this house that the owner no longer lives there. And I am literally in the front yard hammering with a piece of concrete like I'm like a caveman. And guys, that's the thing that people can relate to. Like, let's go through and let's just have some fun with the messiness. And I get it, like in the time, it might not feel awesome. Elizabeth and I were having this conversation today just around social media. And I think a lot of times we go through and we record content and we're like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this right now? Now I got to figure it out. Or we don't record the content because we're like, oh, I have nothing to do with this. Jace, be the millennial, take the photo of your avocado toast. We'll figure it out later. right? Like, let's just get as much content as possible, whether it's photos, it's videos. And again, like, what would it look like if it's just like month end? Here's my life. Like, just start where we're just gathering the content, and then just go through your phones and figure it out. What you get for insert this price point here, guys, this is my favorite thing to think about, right? New build community, they're pretty, they're staged, and you can go in and see, let's see what $500,000 gets you in Westminster, Colorado. And you go through and you're putting the info out there. If you don't have a listing, right? And like this just listed bullet point doesn't matter to you, I get it. But yet, where can we go where people are excited about us pushing their product? New builds. Guys, you are not going to get turned away from a new build community if you're wanting to put their product up for sale in front of multiple people. They encourage it. Guys, I have done lifestyle photo shoots at new build communities where I've reached out and be like, hey, can I bring my photographer and shoot some video inside of your new home construction, right inside your model home? And the answer is always yes. So instead of being like, hey, just listed, we can go through and say, hey guys, you want to see what $500,000 gets you in this area in this new build? Come check it out, right? So then let's layer on the last one. We were doing the time-lapse video, and then it ends at the house. And then there's a new piece of content. And the new piece of content is you inviting the people in. It could be with a gimbal. You could do the gimbal tour if you wanted to. You don't even need to put your face on this, right? Like, you can aim forward, do the gimbal tour, hit the corners, right? That's how you do this. You go corner to corner to corner, and you just do the home tour, right? You got to have a hook. What does $500,000 get you in Denver? And again, depending on what product that you're using, you can do photos, you can do video clips, you can do screen recordings, right? I love a good screen recording as I'm doing this, right? Like, I think a lot of times we make this hard, but what would it look like if we were just on Zillow for a new build and just kind of scrolling through and having some commentary on a new listing, right? That's on Zillow. So you're going to want to go through, you're going to say square footage, beds, bath, location, probably put the address, but I'm probably going to say Westminster, right? I'm going to say 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3,000 square feet, brand new. This is what the community has to offer, right? Like, break it down. And we're going through and steal some shots, right? Like, here's the front sign, right? For the building, for the community. We're going through, maybe there's a pool, maybe there's a park, right? We're going through, we're doing the different things. You're going to say, like, here's your budget, right? Like, we're going to go through home under 400,000. This is what it looks like from the 6 to 800,000 price point. These are $1 million plus. Like, throw everything around. I would say this. I know we all want the commission check off of $1 million property, but yet let's think about where our target demographic of people are, or what most people can afford, and don't get typecasted. I think I've shared this story before where I've had an acquaintance where they reached out to me and they said, hey, when I'm looking to purchase a home, I'm going to reach out to you. I was going to use so-and-so, but all so-and-so does is $1 million properties. Because that's all they were doing. They were actually going in, they were doing $1 million home tours, $1 million home tours, and this was back in 2018, when $1 million wasn't our average price point. And so they just didn't think that person had time. So go through and just keep switching it up. Show condos, show townhomes, show detached houses, like, go through all of it. And again, guys, just as your reminder, if it's not your listing, let's get permission. But that's why I like new builds. They're always going to say yes. They're always going to give you permission, and we can run through and we can do some cool stuff with it. How about what's happening around town, right? Here's the thing. You guys are driving this town. You know what's going on. And so you're going through, a new coffee shop pops up. Let's get some content. You go sit in it. What would it look like? I saw this reel the other day of how to photo shoot a restaurant. For whatever reason, this is the kind of content that pops up on my social media feed. And it was literally a step-by-step of how you go through and create content of showing off a restaurant. And it was the front of the building. Then you go in and you do your shot of just the restaurant. You're sitting down at your table, you take a shot of the menu. You're sitting down at your table, you take a shot of the food that you order, of the drink that you order. You hit the pano. Like, it was very interesting. Guys, you can all do that. Then you check in, you tag the building, you're getting in front of their customers now as the local real estate economist of choice. You're getting massive mind share. You're getting in front of all these different people. Like, and how are you doing it? By championing their businesses. And they're going to love that. You're going to go through it. Let's get excited about it, right? You're going in, you're doing these different things, you're putting this content together, and you're getting in front of a massive community. And guess what? You don't even need to show your face if you don't want to. And if you do want to, bang it out. Let's do it. Like, let's have some fun. Quick clips, right? Just, it could be a quick pano. Or what would it look like to where the first one is we're just walking in and it says to be continued, right? ... Throw that out on your story. You know, the story is going to get play on it. And then your next one is actually you creating the content where all the information is coming through. Give your reaction, give your reviews, right? Like, hey, this is the food I have. This is the drink that I recommend. Insert whatever here. If I were to do it differently, this is the menu item that caught my eye, or that my partner, my spouse had, the person I went with, they had it. It looked delicious, right? Like, what are your thoughts? And just put it in there. Engage your audience. Here's the thing, right? Like, as the real estate economist of choice, yes, we want to do houses, the day in the life, what's happening in the area. We have exciting lives. And this is what we have to keep in mind. There is a whole channel devoted to people walking through people's houses. And I want you guys to think about it. We've all watched these shows. And there's always a segment where someone's at the local coffee shop and they're discussing the options, right? We're going through, someone is walking through the town. Guys, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that you guys are a part of, that people literally sit at their houses and watch 30-minute segments, hour-long segments of people walking through other people's houses and sitting in coffee shops. And you can deliver the same content in a 60-second segment and become that real estate economist of choice as people are just scrolling social media aimlessly. Details, right? Like, what time did you go? Insider tips, like what you're doing when you're going through this. It's going to show that you're a part of the community. It's going to attract new people that don't follow you, because yes, you are putting out the content that I was here at this place, and those people are going to see you. They're going to see that you're checking into the city. They're going to see you checking into the venue. And you're going to get interest off of that. It's going to build trust in locals with more people. So these reels, guys, these reels are going to be way bigger. I can tell you this. Go back and look. Like, if you have any reels, go to the reel segment, right? So the first one's your grid. Click one over and go just to your reels, your vertical video. And you're going to see the ones where you're just out having fun and just shooting photos. Like, I went putt down in Denver to the Putt Shack. So I went to the Putt Shack for for Aaron's dad's birthday on Sunday. And I just shot some photos and took a couple videos of us just playing putt. And I tagged myself into the Putt Shack. And guess what? Like, there is hundreds of views, not viral, like, no, not viral by any sense of the imagination. But guess what? People care more about that than other things. So how can we go and champion other businesses and show around town and different spots? And then I go to the gym on Tuesday and I'm talking to my trainer, and he's like, yeah, I saw that video. And I was telling my wife, his wife's name's Lori. I was telling Lori that we need to go take a look at that and go check that place out. Like, your people see it. And guess what? He didn't comment on it. I don't know if he liked it or not. But guess what? Your people are seeing that you're being connected into the community. You are the connector. Neighborhood spotlights, right? Again, so what can we do? And this is what we need to keep in mind. When people are moving from out of state, they're doing research. And yes, they might start on Zillow to start getting a feel, but then they're going to get super specific, right? They're going to start looking for more information. Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, any of the Meta products, YouTube Shorts. Guys, they're all landing on YouTube right now, or I'm sorry, on Google right now. So Google and these other different platforms, they're communicating with one another. And so we need to be very, very specific with our SEO. And what I mean by that is you shoot the video, and a lot of times I think that we just put some real quick captions, and maybe we threw some hashtags, hoping that one of the hashtags is going to stick. I would challenge everyone at this point to be more specific with your captioning. So have your fun caption at the top, right? Whatever that may look like, but at the bottom, be more SEO focused and talk about real estate and all these different things, because what's happening is people are searching, right? Google's very specific. I'm looking for Denver real estate. I am looking for a home in West Arvada. I am looking for a home in Candelas, right? Like they're going through, they're putting in very specific keywords. Well, now what's happening is they're Googling this, and Google's pulling short form video, vertical video from the Meta platforms, from YouTube, from TikTok, and they're pulling it in. And so, guys, be very, very specific with your captioning, because your captions are going to go a lot further these days. So as you're going in, guys, let's go through and let's just take out some communities. Hey, just wanted to give you a walkthrough of this community. Insert whatever here. Like, let's just say we go into 5 parks in Arvada, right? We're walking through and we're showing them the shops that are available. We're showing them the restaurants. We're showing them the park, the community center, and we're going through. We're getting specific with our SEO, and people are watching these videos, right? We're going to show this. Hey, come check this out. This is my local place every 4 o'clock on a Friday. Here's their happy hour menu. And we're bringing them into the community and showing them what's going on. Maybe you're out walking your dog. This is my favorite place in this community to walk my dog. And guess what, guys? It doesn't need to be your favorite place to walk your dog, but bring your dog out there and let's just do it. You have to take your dog for a walk anyway. You're needing some social media content to get in front of more people. Your dog will appreciate it. Roll down the back window for them, let them hang out, take the dog out, and then make some content out of it. And then we're going through and we're just helping people picture their life in that neighborhood. And guys, guess what? Like, people are Googling this stuff. This content is going to go bigger, right? So we're going to caption it. Dog friendly, strongest coffee, local trails, schools that parents care about, right? Like, you're not just selling the community, you're selling quality of life. And I think that's where we get tripped up. And again, like, we're just like, hey, brand new listing. Hey, doing an open house this weekend. And guys, I'm not telling you to do any of that, right? Like, that's not the message. My message is not stop that, but my message is saying, what else can you post that maybe it's going to get a bigger audience, right? And guess what? All this can be filmed from your phone. Like, you're doing nothing different. You're just being more intentional about kind of what you are doing. So you're being a guide, right? Like, you're being the guide, not the salesperson, right? You're going to teach your audience something. $500,000 price points in here, best restaurants. And again, you can either put your face in front of it, and or you can just be behind the camera and maybe do some voiceovers, but I don't think you need to do that. You need to go through and talk about maybe how people can write a stronger offer, right? Think about the market that we're in right now. Maybe you're educating people on concessions. Hey, just want to give you guys a quick update. I was talking to my local title company over at Land Title, and they gave me some very interesting facts today, that 37% of all homes, all contracts written in the state of Colorado last month had a concession. And what was more interesting about those concessions was the average concession was $7,000. That means that the seller was willing to give the buyer $7,000 to help with closing costs. If you've been thinking about moving and thought that it was unaffordable, think about this, right? Like, these are the things that we can do to educate. We can talk about common buyer mistakes, what appraisal gaps are, right? Like, you guys are the real estate economists of choice. What can we do to create more and more content to get in front of people? right? How do we win in a multiple offer situation? Are we seeing multiple offer situations? And then thinking about these hooks, right? Like, please don't buy a house until you hear this. 3 mistakes buyers make. How to not overpay in this market. Guys, hooks. Then with those hooks, we're going to caption it, right? We're going to throw that caption on the main screen because people are going to see that first, right? That's why the power of captions. When we're doing things, the captions pop up and then it lets people know kind of what they're getting hooked into. Stop this. Hey guys, this is Charles Coleman over at Keller. No one cares at the end of the day, right? They want to know, I have 60 seconds. I'm stopping on your video. What do you have in store for me, right? Short, clear, valuable content. You are the real estate economist of choice and make you the first call when it's go time, right? Like we know this. There's tens of thousands of real estate agents in the state of Colorado. And the thing that we need to keep in mind is that if this business was about the amount of time you spent in the business equates to how much business you will have, there would be no business for any of us on this call because these agents that have been in the business for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, they would have all the business and they don't. What the thing is that's getting people business is they're in emotional proximity to people when they're thinking about transacting business. And most all of that starts on this device here. I can tell you that I told you guys the other day, I was on Zillow the other day scrolling through houses in a different state. This is where it goes. And then it ends up on Instagram and I'm seeing stuff on Instagram and this could be you, right? So we're going to use text overlays. We're going to get out the filler content, right? Like we're just going to deliver value to these people. And if we can do it in 30 seconds, let's do it in 30 seconds. If we can do it in 60, let's do it in 60. If it takes 90 seconds, because we know that we can do a 90-second long reel, do it. But just because we can do a 90-second long reel doesn't mean we should, unless there is value. So here's my thoughts on this before we jump into the 2 things that I want to really dive into a little bit more. Reels don't need to be complicated. They don't need to have fancy edits. You don't need to put filters on. Like it's just you, right? I can tell you when I was doing talking head videos on the green screen, which is one of the things we're going to talk about, guys, I was getting thousands of views on those things. I would literally go through, find an article about something real estate related and just give my 60-second thoughts on it. Thousands of views. I did throw captions over it. I didn't edit anything. There's times where I was stuttering because I didn't even have a script. I was just winging it. Thousands of views. And so you're going through is those, we just need to be helpful, right? Helpful, real, a little creative. You don't need to be hugely creative. I mean, unless you're looking to go viral in front of millions of people, which you absolutely could, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is to be providing value in front of the people that are already following us. And how can I get in front of a couple more, right? So tips, right? What can we teach people? Your local spotlights, your behind the scenes, guys. You're your own HGTV. Personal moments, right? We're going through and we're being vulnerable. Your personality is your brand, right? Yes, we know in the state of Colorado that the Colorado Real Estate Commissions makes you put that you're a part of Keller Williams. And yet that's just a compliance piece. That's all that is. You are the brand. People are not doing business with you because of the brokerage that you're associated with. Yes, hopefully the brokerage is providing you value to help you get more business. Hopefully the brokerage is providing you tools and resources and creating a community for you. And yet your clients are not saying, hey, I'm doing business with you because of this. You need to be relatable. You need to be consistent. You just need to be you. So when you show up authentically, you're going to gain followers, you're going to build trust, and you're going to be the person that your clients are going to call. So we're going to talk about 2 things, but I just want you guys all to know first, if this is brand new to you, it's going to be messy. It's going to be awkward. And you just need to start now and move forward because your people are interested in it. So let's talk about the green screen. The green screen is an app that is inside, it's an applet. It is a feature inside of Instagram. And so I'll show you guys how to use it here in a second. But when we look at this thing, you guys can open up your Instagram. You can go to your Reels section, and there's a green screen feature. You can put a video behind you. You can put a photo behind you, and it's just moving, and you can just have a conversation, right? It adds context. It's saying, hey, the reason why I'm talking about this is because this is a local deal that has made news, and I just want to give you guys my 2 cents about this, right? You guys could put up a listing. I put up one time where it was a cave. I found a cave house on Zillow, and I put music behind it. I'm scrolling through the listing on Zillow. This is in like Ohio or something. And I'm scrolling through, and it's a video of me just scrolling, a screen grab. And I put the Batman theme song behind it, and I'm just talking about it, guys. And people see this stuff, and it's entertaining to them. So how it works is you tap the plus sign, you choose Reel. There's an effects tab. You pick the effects, you go green screen, and then it has access to your camera roll. You just say, hey, I want this as my background. Then you can actually record. You can switch back and forth if you want. You can go to different things if you want to go through, and you record the video. We'll talk about that here in a second. I'll show you how to do it. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is CapCut, though. You can get a free CapCut account. The only thing with the free one is going to be a little bit less features, and it's going to say CapCut at the very top. Now, here's the thing. Why not record it and then just throw your logo over the CapCut symbol? Like if I'm like, oh, I don't want CapCut's logo over top of my content, but I don't want to pay for it, I would just go download the app, play it, and then just throw a sticker over it, right? Instagram has stickers, just throw the sticker right over the CapCut logo. And what you can do is you can actually go through and create videos with their either captions, or I'm sorry, they're either still photos or they are video, and you can just start pushing the stuff together to kind of build from there.